welcome to the Monday panel. Yes, that's it. With me and Jim. Hello, Jim.
Yes, the panel is 2 at the current moment.
Yes. Not that matters. It's fine.
It's not quantity, it's quality.
Yeah, it's quality time with me and Jim. There we go. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know, but there we go.
We'll soon find out.
Yeah. In a minute, we'll be working on some kits. So what are you going to be working on, Jim?
I will be working on the Strandbeest.
Ooh.
Resuming where I left off last Monday.
Yeah. So I was saying to Jim before we went live, I think I'm going to save mine for Christmas and do it as part one of the Christmas specials. So today, I'm going to be doing the Stuka.
The Stuka.
Yes. That was very kindly sent to me by Bob.
Yeah, that's very generous. Bob's a very generous individual.
He is indeed. So, Duke says, "Good day, all you beautiful people, reigning and current champion."
Rah. Right behind you, Duke, and I've swapped countries today, so I'm back home. All right.
Now,
so does that mean it's huzzah? Is it huzzah, GM? Are you at home really in Australia? So that would be huzzah.
So next quite a few comments, random chit chat, but I think they're quite funny. So what we could do is just rattle through them as quickly as we can.
Okie dokie.
GM says, "You think we should hold out an olive branch to Joe?" Me neither. Lol. Just kidding, Joe.
Bobby, hurry up, says GM.
Ha 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 ha, GM. Joe will be spewing.
And GM says, "I think this will upset his golf handicap, Duke." I don't know. He's a pretty dedicated individual.
It might do, GM. I hope not. We don't want him to enjoy his golf while not being chat champion.
Yeah. And GM comes back with, "Duke, that just leaves gardening and power tools. LOL."
I wonder who's going to make the podium now. Maybe Ian might make it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. And GM comes back with, "I'm sure there'll be a mad rush at the last minute, followed by a stampede of endless hellos." We have our podium.
Oh, shit. Third place. Good afternoon, all.
And Dennis is in. He says, "Good day to everyone. I hope you all had a good weekend." Yes, I did, Dennis. Thank you for asking. Or hoping so. Sentiment.
Duke says, "Good day, Tiff and Dennis."
And GM says, "Dennis, yep, great fun. Noisy now home to recover. Hearing is coming back now. No ringing." Well, that's good to hear. No pun intended.
Duke, will it be on YouTube, GM?
GM says, "Duke, yes, already seen the bad mobile phone ones. It's up to Billy Gibbons to call the official videos."
Yeah. I look forward to seeing it, says Duke.
So do I. GM says, "Duke, I didn't film anything, only played on stage with the others. I sent Tiff a single stage picture of us. That's all."
Yeah. Steve says, "Good afternoon, troops."
Hello, Steve. And some guy named Jim Altergott. Who is this hanger-on, this interloper? Hello to all in chat today.
When I was going through to make the brew in the kitchen, Kay said to me, "Who are you talking to in there?" And I went, "Jim." She went, "Oh, Jimbo's on." I was like, "Yes, love." So she knows you as Jimbo now.
Yes. Thank you very much, Kay. It's nice to be appreciated. Is that me?
I think that's me. Joe says, well, good morning, everyone, especially to the first and second place big Theos.
Fail. You used to have a guy going around the plant calling someone else that.
The Duke and GM. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Hi there, Tiffany.
And Tiffany says, "Good morning, Joe." I will not do the voice. That is strictly your domain. I will respect that.
Jim says, "Greetings, Mr. Joe. Thank you. Fuglies is mine, but fine by me."
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that at some time or another. Duke says, "Joe, you haven't even seen me, and you know that I'm ugly." Wow.
I have seen you. And I'm not commenting in either direction on that. Joe says, "I can sense it, Duke. The power is strong."
Julian is in. He says, "Morning, all." Hello, Julian.
Hello. Joe says, "Duke, but you do have a great sense of humor. Always good to have."
Yeah, that's true.
Get you a long way in life.
Yep. And GM says, "So are power tools, Joe. How do you measure up?"
Joe says, "Julian, now here's the handsome hombre."
And Duke says, "I am much happier being Joe. Pardon me. I am a much happier being happy. I am much happier being happy, Joe." Yeah. After the fourth take, I'll get it. Yeah.
Grammar's a bitch, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah. Beautiful reading skills there, Jim. Got that one. Yeah.
Ironically, Julian says, "Not gone to Specsavers then, Joe." How's your wife?
Yeah, I'm wishing your wife the best, Joe, incidentally, while Julian brought it up. But Joe says, "I need to buy a new wooden shed to store power tools. Wife has totally taken over my shed. Crazy lady." If you do, Joe, does that mean you will be two sheds? Like the Monty Python sketch? Joe Two Sheds Leal?
That'd make for a cool YouTube handle. Duke says, "Joe, she obviously doesn't read your chat then." Ooh,
And Duke comes back with, GM comes back with, "Joe, it's your shed." The wife goes, "Oh, yeah, you be there. You be there to tell him. I'll be there to pick you up and carry you out."
Joe says, "She's doing good. Last of her first treatments this week, and we'll go from there. Always a wait and see game. Thanks for asking."
Ooh, my well wishes and blessings to both of you, Joe. It's a tough call, especially the third time around.
Yeah.
Is that me? I'm sorry. Yeah. Tiffany says, "Hello, Julie."
Joe says, "Maybe I can put some aircon in the shed and airbrush my ugly model kits."
Yeah, it's not a bad thought. I mean, take a tip from Libros. You got to have atmosphere control.
Yeah. Problem is, Joe, if you start doing that and making it comfy, she'll then recommend that you put a bed in there, and then next thing it'll be,
can you go
too hot to sleep in a house? Feel free to sleep.
And is this me?
Yeah.
GM says, "Sheds are off limits to the wives. No discussing these."
I would never say that in front of my wife.
What if she's got her own shed? It would be a she shed, right?
Yeah. It'd be a sheed.
Yeah.
Adam says, "Hello, my pretties."
Hello, my young Scottish friend. How's the press today? And Joe says, "Where are the rest of the FAO panel members? Makeup, I hope."
Who knows? Scott says, "Hey, everyone."
Hey, the man from Tassie. Hello, Scott.
Yeah. Just jumped.
Julian, member for 21 months. Almost 2 years you've been putting up with me, Mikey. My hats off to you, sir.
So that's where all this grace come from.
Yeah, well, our research man extraordinaire, Julian Hall. Hallelujah.
Scott says, "Mikey, what games do you like playing? In what context? Video games, board games,
basement games? Is that what you're getting around to, Scott? Those. We know about those. We know about your basement and all that it and all the lore that it carries with it. Yes.
Yeah. Scary stuff.
Yeah. Julian says, "Watch a panel from Darth Numpty. The farce is strong in this one."
Tiff says, "Hello, Adam." There we go. That's
we are
chat
caught up.
caught.
All right. Very good, sir.
Oh, there you go. Scott says video games. So video games.
Ah, well, that's your domain. I grew out of those.
I don't play them very much anymore, but when I do, it's usually stuff like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Assassin's Creed, or Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, I have got others, but they're the main ones I play. On the rare occasion I do play on the PlayStation. There we go.
Hey, in terms of PlayStation, help me out with this. If you've got a PlayStation that plays discs, now that they've digitized everything and you want one of these new games, is it compatible with a PlayStation that plays discs?
Yes. PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I thought they would have created a new PlayStation when you could only, access it through that to really screw you.
If it's designed for PlayStation 5, you'll be able to access it on a PlayStation 5, but not PlayStation 4. It's
okay. I see.
If they digitize the PlayStation 4 games, then you'll be able to access them on both.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, Sony. All your customers are very grateful for your decision. Yeah. Right.
Well, they are looking at making the PlayStation 6, so it's got no disk drive on it at all.
Oh, yeah. Well, laptops don't have... There's a laptop I'm on that doesn't have a disk drive on it.
Yeah. I think because there's a big kickback over it with gamers. And it's because they have a thing where you spend £60-70 on a video game, and then because they don't, it's happened in the past where because they didn't like something somebody said on Twitter, they cancelled their gaming accounts and they lost all their games. Or they downloaded films, and because they don't, because PlayStation don't want to support those films anymore on their server, they lost all their film collection. Things like that. They've had their films deleted.
Oh well,
even though they've bought them or they paid for a license for them.
Right. All right. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. This whole thing is all meant to gain the upper hand and control over their customers, the people who pay their bills. They're telling you, they're dictating to you terms and conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's not let that rain cloud get over us. Anyway,
that's why I go for DVDs and CDs.
Well, yes. If I'm to do that, I've got to find a player that works. All the units I have all broken down as far as the mechanism that feeds the discs in. It's always the first thing to go.
Yeah. You can get just USB CD-ROM drives, DVD drives.
I'm going to look into that because I have many both factory bought discs and homemade discs. And I really, the thought is to get rid of them because I don't use them anymore. But I would like to at least take one last Hail Mary at trying to find something that could play them both.
If you look at the USB drive on your laptop, if you can figure out which one it is, whether it's USB-C or USB-A, and then go online on Amazon or something, you'll find a DVD drive with that connection.
Okay, yeah,
they're pretty easy to find.
Well, I would like to get one of those multi-port USBs like what you have, and that way I could, put in a number of functions that could operate not simultaneously, but they're already hooked up. I don't have to play the game of unplugging one and putting in another. Yeah.
So on my computer, I've got 2 USB ports, but I've got 2 of the hubs in. So instead of having 2, I've got 8 ports.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's because it's just the 2 webcams and a microphone. It runs pretty well.
Yeah. All righty. Well, I'm going to turn the camera over this way. Are you going to take over the chat from here?
Yeah, I'll take over, mate.
Okay.
Julian says, Grey Mikey, wait till you get to my age. Other men who haven't shaved yet design a stubble. I get moth-eaten badger.
Yeah, I get the same thing, Julian.
I'm way past the designer stubble stage, mate. For me, November is just amateur beard month. When I was in the ambulance service as a volunteer first responder, we had to go to the schools to teach CPR and things to the kids. And I had to go and do it at my old high school. And just happened to be in November when they did it, and bumped into a couple of my old teachers, and they were there with their little beard stuff. And I was like, "Oh, why are you growing a beard?" And went, yeah, it's because it's November. And then they looked at me properly and went, "Oh, you have yours full time, I take it." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, that's not something that comes and goes. It's here to stay.
Oh yes. I've only been clean shaven like 2 or 3 times in the last 20 years. Is it? Since I left.
Yeah, that's about right. I remember my father
10.
shaved his beard, and I didn't recognize him when he did.
I'm just trying to figure out how long it is since I left.
Oh,
14 years since I left the forces.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, when you showed those images on Friday of yourself, you did not. It just doesn't look like you're now. Granted, you're younger, but I mean, nonetheless, without the beard, totally different.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just laughing at something Scott's just sent me. I also like playing D&D, Scott.
Yes, that's. I remember you mentioning that. Weren't you? Don't you and Malcolm play that once in a while?
We're playing Acton Cthulhu now, which is like a World War II sort of version, kind of World War II game where you're fighting sort of cultist N-words. And I don't mean people of color, I mean people with funny symbols on their arms.
Right.
There you go. That's the picture Scott's just sent me. Oh, it's too bright. Hang on. Screen brightness. Focus.
There
you go. That's funny. I like
that. Yeah. What is that on your head? Is that a knight's hat or something like that? Or
no, in Assassin's Creed, when you're sort of in like a stealth mode sort of thing, when you're sort of trying to hide and move through the crowds, they have a hood that they pull over their head, and it's got like a point at the front of the hood.
Alrighty, folks, we're on our way.
June says, if the PlayStation 6 is intended to have no drive, it's a retrograde step, in my honest opinion. You won't be able to view films, and in my honest opinion, they're too expensive for someone that will play only games. You'll still be able to watch films on them, it's just you'd have to download them from the PlayStation Store, which is what they're trying to force people to do.
Yep. Content control.
Yes. And if something, say there's a program or a film or something that you download, and then they decide that actually, that's not very politically correct, we don't want to support that anymore, they can just remove it.
Exactly.
And stop you watching.
Yeah. There's obvious examples too we could point to.
Yeah. So stuff like it ain't half what mum and things like that.
That's the first thing that came to mind. Yeah. That's the first thing that came to mind for me. Yep.
The BBC will never play that again.
That's right.
But it's funny as all hell.
Oh. Tiffany sent me every episode. Yeah. And on the Discord. And she sent it to me. And I watched the first most of the first season. And the one I remember the most because it was just so damn funny was the jungle training one.
Yeah.
Where he's gonna teach him how to cross. I'll teach you how to cross the jungle river proper. And that's for the crocs coming at him.
Yeah, he machine guns the crocodile and gets into
and then he gets the riot act read to him by the game warden.
Yeah,
and then it's then wind up coming up where the commanding officers are having their dinner.
Yeah, in the middle of the jungle with a table and everything.
Yeah. Excuse me. All right, let's see.
Trying to think what color the control column would be.
Crank.
Let's go for. I won't go for a metallic one because that's more of an American thing, isn't it?
Ah, here they are.
Let's go for dark green. Scott says, only thing I don't like is the monopoly PlayStation will have on game side, where PC there is more than one place you can buy it from. Yeah, exactly. My stepson plays PC games. I play PlayStation, but that's only because Kay bought me a PlayStation 4 when they first came out. Even though I wasn't particularly bothered about it, but she bought it me, and I've had it ever since. I've also got an Xbox 360 in here because I've got behind the monitor. I've got a big 40-inch flat screen TV, 42-inch flat screen TV.
Right.
So I've got my Xbox 360 plugged into that.
Yeah. That's the way to go. Yeah.
Jim says, Jim, is that a strange beast on your bench?
Yes, it is, and it's courtesy one Robert Harris of Wales, and I'm very, very grateful for it. Thank you again, Bob. Very generous. And by the way, Joe does have his Strand Beast on at home in Mississippi.
Tell you who else is Welsh, and I didn't realize until the other day. Anthony Hopkins.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was born and raised in Porthcawl in South Wales.
Wow. Well, that's another Welshman as an actor, Richard Burton.
Yeah. Jonathan Pryce.
Jonathan Pryce. Wait a minute, Jonathan Pryce. The name sounds familiar, but I can't place him.
He played Governor Swan in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, sorry, I haven't seen any of those films. I'm totally in the dark on those, so I wouldn't know.
He was in. He's one of the main characters in The Two Popes and things like that.
Okay, yeah. I'd have to. I'll Google him and I'll get the image. Yeah.
Well, Catherine Zeta-Jones. There's a few.
Oh, of course, Terry Jones, the great Monty Python cast member. He was a brilliant comedy writer.
Yeah, in fact, there's they unveiled a statue of him in.
That's good.
That's
good. Yeah. He was integral to that. To that cast. Well, all of them were. They all contributed in their own way.
You'd love the statue of him, Jim. It's him sat naked at the piano.
Oh,
with the back, but they've done it so the backside's hanging over the back of the seat.
Yeah.
And the idea is you go up and like sort of slap his bum and things like that, and they're hoping that it'll end up with like a worn area on his bum.
Yeah. Oh yeah, us teenage, not even teenage, grade school boys would all laugh at that one. We talk about it the next day in school.
Yeah. Yeah. Julie says, sod that. I agree with what you said earlier, Mikey. Physical media is the only way to go, in my honest opinion. I have about 200 movies on DVD and quite a lot of music CDs burnt before my Amazon Prime video. Yeah.
Right.
Julian says, did you not know that, Mikey? Anthony Hopkins has fairly strong Swansea Valley accents. He does when he's not.
I honestly couldn't. It's funny. There's another actor. He's long since passed, Patrick McGowan. He's Irish, obviously, with that name, but his family moved to England when he was a young man, so he grew up acquiring, what I hear when in his Hollywood career, in his acting career, what I consider to be a British accent.
Yeah. Well, look at Christian Bale. He's got a really strong Brummie accent in real life.
I've never heard him speak in real life. I've only seen him on film. I mean, I honestly didn't know he was. What is he? English or Welsh, Scottish, or what?
He's from Birmingham, so he's English.
Okay, English. Okay, wow, I should know that.
So he had the same accent as Ozzy Osbourne,
right? And Sir William Slim, also of Birmingham. If you watch We Have Ways, that El Murray and James Holland were talking about that when they discussed the career of one William Slim, one of the best generals in British Army history.
Yeah. Where's them tweezers gone? Oh, there they are. There you go. Damn it, now I've got paint on my hand.
Well, you know what? Now that I know that Anthony Hopkins is Welsh, I mean, he's still alive, right?
Yeah, he's
He's still
83.
going. Okay, yeah, I'll never listen to or it'll never sound the same. Bring up the pit.
Well, he did an interview with BBC Wales, ITV Wales, the other day, and he said that they said to him, do you still miss Wales? He said, I'll be honest. He said, last time I was there was 2 years ago, and he said, and every day I go there in my head. He said, I either go there and sit there and think about Wales, think about the streets I grew up in, or I go on Google Street View and I just walk around the town on the Google.
It never leaves you, wherever you're from. It doesn't leave you, even if it was maybe not the best. It just doesn't leave you.
Duke says, Jim, you have to watch the Pirates of the Caribbean. They're so funny. Yeah, they are good.
I will take that under advisement, sir.
With Johnny Depp as the lead, as Captain Jack. Matthew says, hi, everyone. Hello. Jem, Matthew Wave. Adam says, John Barrowman was casually Scottish.
Casually Scottish.
Yeah. Same as David Tennant. He's got a really strong Scottish accent, hasn't he? In real life. GM says Jasper Carrot is a Brummie. He is. I've met Jasper Carrot.
Now, Brummie, when you say Brummie, I've heard that before. Can you help me with that one?
From Birmingham.
Ah, okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. I photographed him as well. And Alistair McGowan, who's an impressionist. Duke says, "G'day, Matthew." Adam says, or Brian Cox of Succession in Dundonian. From Dundee, in other words.
Learn something new every day.
Matthew says, "G'day, Duke." Tiff says, "All right, Matthew." Julie says, apparently a lot of Americans don't realize Hugh Laurie is English because his accent in his house is good. So good. I didn't realize David Tennant is Scottish until I heard the real him talking. Yeah.
Yeah, in regards to Hugh Laurie, Julian, I didn't recognize him at first when he appeared in the show House because I had seen Blackadder prior to that. But his appearance was so different initially that when I recognized who he was, I was like, oh my God, it's Hugh Laurie. It's Lieutenant George.
Yeah.
So I knew who he was. It just took me a moment to recognize him.
Have you ever seen his audition tape for House?
No, I haven't.
I was watching him the other day, and he's saying that when he was doing the audition for House, he's filming, I think he's Namibia or something like that, for a film. And him and his wife were going to the hotel. He said, I've just got to nip into the hotel and get myself on tape for this audition. He said, I've only had 3 pages of it, and I don't know what it's called, but it's just some American show. So the way he did it, he said, she went, oh, but you're not even shaved or, had a wash or anything. He said, oh, it's all right. It'd be fine. I'll just do it this way anyway. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. And he's there like unshaven with all his hair all messed up and everything.
Yeah.
And he just decided to be belligerent in the way he was answering the things. And just act like he didn't care whether he got the job or not.
Well, intellectuals, whether medically or scholastically, can be very unconventional in their appearance and in their, what do they say? High IQ, low social skills.
Yeah. Yeah. Matthew says, good day, Tiff. Julian says, hi, Matthew. Adam says, David Tennant is also called David McDonald. Yeah, that's his real name, isn't it? Matthew says, hi, Julian, King of the Heathens. Gareth Evans says, hi, Mikey. Anthony Hopkins is from Port Talbot and Richard Burton is from half a mile away from me in
Come on, it's your language.
Yeah, it's not a word I've seen before, though. Pontrydyffin, I think. Pontrydyffin. Oh, Pontrydyffin. Maybe. South Walian heathens.
See, I knew you'd find a way to brush it off.
Duke says, "G'day, Gareth." Joe says, "I didn't realize GM and Duke were early morning Bigfoots, but they are. Yes, they are. Pontra Doven." June says, Windsor Davis audition for It Ain't Half Hot Mum apparently convinced him to change his character from a Londoner to Welsh. Yeah.
Okay.
Joe says, Jesus, I'm sorry, Jem and Duke. I need some coffee. And Jem says, Joe, I have indeed got big feet.
Well, speaking of Windsor Davies, I saw him on an episode of a very old television show I've really come to like, Callum, with Edward Woodward.
Okay.
And he played a detective inspector something or another. One of those typical Scotland Yard police officers who's wears a suit and tie and the London fog trench coat.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, I felt like a right old man yesterday going from shopping. And we got next to our front gate, we got a little hedge that seems to grow rather quickly. And the guy that my stepdad usually comes and does the hedges because he's a gardener, so he does them for us. But last time he only did half the job, and he didn't cut that hedge. But I'd cut it down anyway, and it really overgrown, and it was really making it difficult to get into the driveway. So reversed into the driveway yesterday after going shopping. I was like, fuck's sake, I've had a fucking enough of this. So I just went in the house, got the hedge cutters, the shears, and I was there in my jeans, my check shirt, my flat cap and everything, cutting the hedges. After about half an hour, I thought, I must look like a really old man.
Yeah, could be, yeah. I mean, you don't have to be old to be considered old.
Yeah. You can have an old heart, can't you?
Well, it seems the bar continues to drop.
Yeah.
If you're over 30, and that kind of falls back to the old Woodstock generation credo. Never trust anyone over 30, they said back then.
Yeah. And now they're all over 30.
Yeah. Those that have survived, yeah.
Well, yeah. Those that didn't OD and things like that.
Is that right? Yes. I believe it is, yeah. Okay. Right.
Duke says, Joe, I popped on at 6:37 p.m. here. Ha ha ha. The stream starts at 9 p.m. Duke says, Jem, you know what they say about people with big feet? They wear big shoes.
Yes, they do.
Julian, I have big ears, Jem. Noddy won't pay the ransom. And big socks, Duke, says Julian. And Duke says, but Julian, you would be easy to pick up. Yeah. What's going on?
Are you a Sideshow Bob big feet GM?
Is anyone Sideshow Bob big feet?
Sorry. Yeah, those are enormous. Yep. Okay, so let's see. Insert the time zone. Facing in the same direction.
Crumbs. Jim says it's thought to be good at barefoot water skiing, but I stayed in the boat. Somebody has to steer.
Aye.
Yeah. Well, they don't have to. It's just advised. It's good practice. June says, Duke, I'll try that on our Monarch Ponders. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi in the Tower of London. They used him during the war to detect the Germans. Tiff says, is it Sunday yet? I want to build more of that Titan. Yeah. Jem says, bet Julian can hear a pin drop from 5 miles away. He just turns his head, and whenever he turns around in his wheelchair, he goes, boop, boop, boop. like a sonar ping. Duke says, I couldn't barefoot ski, GM. The bottom of my feet are way too sensitive.
Yeah, that would put a hurting on him. Yeah,
I imagine it would. Right. Let's get these side bits done. So, so 240 is black, 85 is the green.
okay. Got that. 2 of these. All right. 2 cents like this.
Not worried about being too neat on this because you're not going to see it once it's in.
What's that you're working on?
The controls that go on inside the cockpit down the sides.
Well, yeah, yes and no. The glass house, the greenhouse canopy will reveal a lot, but there's a lot of framework too that has to be painted.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
All right, let's see. All right, you get 2 of these. Okay.
Well, that's handy. It tells you the color call outs for one side, but not the other side. Oh, yeah, it does. There we go. I was wrong. As always. Wait a minute. 85 is black, isn't it? Damn it. Is it? Oh, I'm so confused. I hate Umbro colors. Why can they not just put normal blue color call outs?
I know. Well, not Humbro so much as Airfix. Why can't you just tell us what it is in the directions?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have the color code in the booklet, does it? You have to look it up.
Oh, they don't? I thought they carried it in the back under the paint, in the paint guide.
They do, but only on the actual external paint schemes.
Oh, right. That's right. The interior colors, they don't. Yeah.
So
yeah. What a friend of mine would do is he would write out a list of all the colors in a set of modeling instructions and a kit he was working on. And he taped it to the wall in front of him so he had it handy right away.
Yeah. Duke says, just like the rest of me, GM says, I've steered some very powerful boats at speed. No way was I going to get out the boat at those speeds.
Yeah, I hear you.
Tiff says, 85 is satin black, matey. June says, I couldn't barefoot water ski either, Duke, on account of gravity not being my friend. No, you'd have to bare ass water ski.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. That'd be quite a sight. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, this is going to join.
Me, Julian, and Nuno have been working on a little project. It's quite fun. A little secret surprise for Nick.
Ah, that's nice.
Julian says, ew, to bare-assed water skiing. Think of it as Extreme B-Day. Duke says, Julian, you could make a fortune with that video. Tiff says, any colour call-outs, let me know when I've got a big sheet or something. Yeah, damn it. Let me know I've got a big spreadsheet of them. Not a lot of people know that.
That's Tiff, always prepared.
Jim says, we stuck a Merlin V12 on an oversized jet ski. It could pull 5 water skiers at well over 100 miles per hour.
I wouldn't want to be on one of those. Wouldn't want to be one of those water skiers. No thanks. 100 miles per hour. Jeez.
Matthew says, a mystery box for Mystery Box Nick. Not quite, although I could speak to Nuno about expanding it to that, yeah. Maybe. So we've got 18 people watching. I don't know how many likes I have, but if you haven't commented yet and you're watching, or you haven't commented before, don't be afraid to say hi. Me and Jim do not bite unless you ask.
Yes, biting on request only.
Yes, and even then, it's only in a friendly way. Jim says more like a W day, Mikey. Oh, B day, not B day. Yes. Oui, B day. That was the character in Carry On. It's the one where it's supposed to be. It's the black fingernail instead of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Ah, all right.
Oh, there you go. Junior says 19 watching, 11 likes. We've dropped lately. Lost 2 subscribers at the weekend as well, so I don't know what's going on.
No.
People don't like us. It's almost enough to give a man a complex.
Oh, let's see.
I think it was carry on at your convenience, maybe.
Yeah.
The black fingernail.
Oh my God. Oh, no.
Have you ever watched the Carry On films, Jim?
No, I haven't.
They're on YouTube. You should watch them. They're quite good.
And the premise of them is?
It's comedy films based on history, but it's the same sort of humor as like It Ain't Half Optimal.
Oh,
but it's in a more family friendly way. It's more cheeky than anything else.
Oh, okay. Okay. This is gonna go.
So there's like there's one with Henry VIII and stuff, and Sid James plays Henry VIII, and he's always doing stuff like he'll be off hunting and he'll go missing, and his soldiers will find him like in a barn with some woman or something.
Ah, Your Majesty.
Yeah, and he's always trying to like find ways of offing his wife and stuff.
Yeah, that seemed to be his biggest concern. Moving on from one to another.
Yeah. GM says, it's YouTube, Mikey. I've had to reapply to BBC 4 times lately. Bloody hell. What the hell are they playing at? It's hardly cricket, is it? Julian says, not me, Mikey. Just checked and I'm still a corporal. Yeah. Channel memberships are still at 35. So it's none of the channel members. So who knows? Who knows? Duke says, Carry On Up the Khyber is my favorite all-time Carry On movie. Yeah, that's a good one. So that one, Jim, is about the Khyber Pass. And it was actually, the Khyber Pass in the film was actually in Brecon, in Wales. Because I've actually driven up that track that they use. And it's about a group of soldiers who are supposed to be defending the Khyber Pass and everything. And they're nicknamed the Devils in Skirts because they wear kilts. And the whole premise is one of the soldiers, who's really wimpy, he got cold, so he decided to wear underpants. And the locals, the local bandits, now have sort of gained the confidence to attack the soldiers because now they think that all the soldiers wear underpants under their kilts.
Oh, I see. So they think it's all about easy pickings.
Yeah. And the soldier that was responsible is called Private Whittle. I mean, they're just really daft, like slapstick humor and things.
think I'm doing this wrong.
Kay loves watching.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
She watches it most days on YouTube, to be fair.
First of all, we're going to establish where this goes. It doesn't go in there, it goes here.
Joe says, lost 2 subs. Ricky Nelson once sang, you can't please everyone, so you gotta please yourself. Wait, what?
Yep.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. GM says, briefly saw in the States people are suing YouTube for crap they're doing. Yeah. So one of the lawsuits gone on in a minute is, people put, or a lot of content creators, they get paid to do like sponsorships and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So in the middle of the video, they go, oh, and by the way, look at this, blah, blah, blah. YouTube are getting sued because they're selling YouTube Premium on the basis that it means you don't have to watch any ads. But because YouTube can't stop people putting the ads into their videos, that means they're selling it under false pretenses because there's still ads in the videos, just not ones that YouTube would put in there.
No, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So you're talking about people who buy the YouTube Premium or TV?
Yeah, YouTube Premium.
Yeah, which is not supposed to have ads.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that intelligence, because I've been thinking about doing that, because there's a lot of stuff I'd like to watch ad free. But if you're telling me they're moving the goalposts on that, then screw them.
Yeah. Well, it's still not supposed to have any ads that YouTube would put in, like the ad breaks.
Well, I understand that, yeah, but nonetheless, the point is that the whole idea of selling it was the idea that you were not going to be getting ads. Period. They didn't say anything about, well, in this case you might be, or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe they did, and it's in there, but
that's the thing. If they put it in the contract, and they said, you won't get ads from us. However, we can't stop content creators putting their own sponsorship ads in, then they'd get away with it. But I don't think they put that in. I think that's the problem.
Yeah. Sounds like it to me, because I never heard anyone mention, oh, by the way, there's some stuff I still see ads on. Yeah. I heard people saying, I bought it because I don't see ads, and it makes a difference. I think Adam has, YouTube won't really lose. They'll move on to the creators.
Yeah.
Say, stop doing your own advertisers or sponsors.
Yeah.
Adam's got that ad-free YouTube.
Yeah. Matthew says, my beautiful warrior, bung it in. Yeah.
I'm lost.
So in the Carry On films, a lot of the characters have really silly sort of names that are double entendres. So in that one, the warrior is called Bung It In.
Bung It.
Hello, Timmy.
Oh, Tim.
Hello.
We have Tim and Jim. And how is our Tim today?
Good. Sorry I'm late.
So you should be.
Very, very overtired. So
I
got called in for super sub duties to get her to sleep.
Okay. Oh, bless her. Adam says YouTube won't really lose. They'll move it onto the creators and say stop doing your own adverts or sponsors. Yeah. Yep. What's the other thing they're doing at the minute? They're putting adverts on. Recently, they started putting adverts onto videos from channels that aren't monetized. We knew about that,
right? Yeah.
Which is why I said, when it gets to 1,000 subs, I might as well monetize, because they're going to put adverts on it anyway. I might as well get a cut of it. But what they're doing now is they're saying, okay, now that we're doing that, we're going to make it so that in order to qualify to be monetized, you need at least 8. It used to be 500 for membership or 1,000 for monetization, and then you need at least 4,000 watch hours, or 10 million views on shorts. Now they're changing it to you need the 500 or 1,000, but you need 8,000 watch hours in a year, or you need 20 million views in the last 90 days on your shorts. So what they're doing is they're saying, okay, they're making it harder to get monetized and get a portion of that ad revenue, whilst also putting the ad revenue on there anyway. So they're making it so that they keep more of the money.
Yep. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, John posted a simple little Scale Modeling Twins post-build kit review of the model he completed, and there's a big fat ad right in the middle of it, and I sent him a message. I don't know if he ever got it, but I said, hey, John, there's a big ad right in the middle of your, and the reason I like his, like yours, is that there's no ads.
Yeah.
And there they are slapping one in there, and you explained that to me last week when the video you made about, what was it, British camouflage?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm watching it on my phone. I downloaded the link, and there's a big ad in there.
Yeah.
And it told me, I'm not monetized, so you're not getting. So they're taking advantage of your work to make money for themselves. That's bull crap. That's just if you're gonna do that, then share it with the people. With the mere pittance that people get. But man,
well, exactly. And people think it's a lot. It's not. I mean, corporal membership on this channel is $4.99. I think it's $4.99 a month.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So, but YouTube keep 30% of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm actually getting about £3 something, £3.40 or something like that out of that £5.
Right. Right. Yeah. Then you got to pay tax on that.
Well, this is a weird one, right? Because I didn't realize this until this year. I want to say, earlier this year. Because obviously I knew when I started with the YouTube partner program that because Britain and America have this deal on taxes and things like that, the IRS sort out the taxes for YouTube content creators. But because if you're in the UK, you just don't pay American taxes.
Okay.
Because you have to pay the British ones anyway.
Right.
So then if you earn over £1,000 in a year, you have to declare your income to HMRC, which is Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, our version of the IRS. And then once you get over 12,000 or 12,500, then you have to start paying taxes. But unless you're a massive YouTube channel, you're not going to earn over £12,500 in a year from YouTube.
Yeah, I doubt that. Yeah, that's a pretty safe bet that you're not.
Adam says Twitch had similar and basically wrapped folk in court until they can't pay.
Right, they just kept on going, continuance. Yeah.
Duke says, good day, Timmy.
Ahoy.
Tiff says, all right, team. Adam says, I will say, other than creators doing their own adverts, I haven't seen a YouTube advert in 2 years. Yeah. So that's the thing is, for me, I understand doing sponsorships because I'm a content creator. But for people who aren't content creators, if they pay for a service, so that they don't have to have adverts in, I can understand why it'd be annoying that put adverts in. It's like I watch the one that annoys me is if I'm watching a video and they go, okay, and now we're just going to do this quick advert, like this channel I watch called Captain Steve, and that's what he does. He sort of goes, but before we get to that, we're just going to do this quick sponsor.
Right? Yeah. Mark Felton does the same thing with World of Warships or Thunder or whatever it is. A lot of guys partner up with people and they put the ad right in the middle, and they're doing the narration a lot.
Yeah. So that I don't mind. What annoys me is this channel I follow called Mental Pipe, which is absolutely fantastic channel. If you want to watch stuff about airline crashes and investigations and things like that, Absolutely fantastic because it's written, it's done by airline pilots who are, check line pilots and everything. So they assess other pilots and things. So it's a great channel. But what they do is they try and integrate the advert into the actual storyline. So you'll be listening to it and then you'll think, what that? Oh, it's an advert.
Oh, yeah.
They try and do it as like a natural segue
into
the advert, like for like a company that makes it easier to connect to the internet when you're abroad and things. It's like I don't like that.
Yeah, there's a big difference though between YouTube ads and sponsorship reads.
Yeah,
because YouTube doesn't get a cut of sponsorship reads.
No, that's very true.
So yeah, I pay for YouTube Premium. I have no issue with creators doing it.
Oh yeah, I've got no issues with creators doing it. It's just it grates sometimes when they do it a certain way.
Yeah. Well, the other thing as well is because like the thing with the YouTube ads is you can't skip them.
Yes.
YouTube like sponsorship reads, you can just scroll. Just go, like you do it. Like the creator you're watching I hear you, Tim. I know getting what you're saying. The creator's still getting their money, and it costs me like absolutely nothing to just skip 30 seconds.
If that's the kind of ads you're talking about, then those are entirely livable. I'll go with that. But when you got those ads that just cut things off arbitrarily in the middle of a sentence and you got to watch them, especially the ones about the freaking medicine they're trying to push on people, where it's a full minute of them telling you the wonders of Skyreezy or something like that.
See, over here, there's a little bit different because it's against the law to advertise medicines like that.
Not over here. It's a big business.
Yeah. They do for like adverts like Gaviscon and stuff, where it's something that's not going to harm you. If you just have a little bit and give you to settle your stomach. But actual medicines like tablets and things like that, they're not really allowed to do it over here. But I'm sure at some point it'll all get changed when the government realises they can make money.
Will.
Yeah. All it'll need is a big enough brown envelope.
Yeah. What the
hell? Quite a lot of chat. Adam says it's going to rise each time, especially with bot channels spamming feeds with turds. Yeah. And that's the difference between AI slop and AI being used as a tool in videos. There's a big difference. But people don't seem to understand that and seem to conflate the two different things. So I just clear my brush before I read the rest of these out because there's quite a few. Adam says, and now if you want to be in the top 10% of Twitch, you need to be at 5.5 million or beat out 5.5 million streamers. Yeah. Well, it's even worse on YouTube because if you think about it, there's at least 500 videos uploaded every minute on YouTube. Adam says, I just read that one. And the top 10% only earn around £2,000 a month to start. Yeah. It's not easy money. Joe says, as long as my £4.99 doesn't include a tariff, I'm good. Oh,
yeah, you will.
Adam says, I also don't mind premium to pay for too much since you get some kickback since I follow. I will want to get to 1,000 subscribers. If I ever get to 1,000 subscribers. When you do, because you got monetization, which is 1,000 subscribers, then you got the light version of it, which is you can do from 500 subscribers, which is where you can do channel memberships and super chats and things like that, which is what I've got. So the ad revenue and the prime, the prime memberships and stuff, that doesn't come in until 1,000 subscribers. Jim says, if an ad pops up on your screen, pause it, then block it. Keep blocking any comments back. Raise an official complaint, and the idiots have to give way. Matthew says, I watch a channel and he warns when an advert is coming and separates the video so you can skip the ads. Yeah, it's a good way of doing it. I prefer it that way. Square Table Degenerates, or STD, says 29% of adverts in the USA are medical adverts. Jesus.
Yeah, that's right.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's and it's all the bullshit they're trying to push on people too. It's just I just hit the mute button and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I come back, and when if the video's resumed, they just rewind it to where I remember it left off and start over again.
Yeah. STD says, morning, boys. Hello,
Good
STD.
morning.
Matthew says, BVC streams to you are brought to you by Julian's Pals Cream. Is that before or after he did the bare ass water skiing? No shit. Damn. Following Ghost says, morning, everyone. Hello, Ghost. Hobby Time says, BBC is brought to you today by Vagisil. Obviously not YouTube, just for clarity's sake. It's not brought by any company.
Whoa.
This stream is not sponsored in any way, especially by Vagisil. I imagine other creams are available, but I wouldn't know being a bloke.
By the way, hello, Hobby Time.
Hi. Adam says, big Pharma. Yeah. Tiff says, I Ghosty, and I Hobby Time. And Ghost says, hi, Tiff. Okay. Sorry, Jim.
No, it's all right. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm just getting a wee bit flummoxed here with this thing. I'm not sure if I'm on the right track as far as assembly.
Who'd have thought Strambies would be the thing that would stump you?
Yeah, well, this is definitely out of my comfort zone. That's for sure.
What are you working on, Tim?
The rest of the Ranger squad.
Oh, I was going to ask you about them. You know the pattern on the cloak.
Yep.
Did you do that, or was it like a decal or something?
No, I did it.
Sweet. Putting us all to shame again.
Yeah, they all got kind of different kind of things. Yeah, it's based off the box art design. Kind of like it. Given their aliens. I like that they have different sort of a camouflage scheme, so geometric and stuff, which is also very different to their armor, which is super kind of flowy. And they're very lithe, so
very cool.
It's a cool mix. So obviously this is where we are at the moment, and that's where it'll get to.
Nice.
And then I've prepped the rest of the bases I printed and all that stuff.
It's lovely weathering on it.
Yeah, so it's theme I wanted to go for is like a like an old alien bloody, what do you call it? Like a forest temple kind of thing. That's kind of like, been reclaimed by nature and stuff. Don't know if anyone remembers. These are my get the hell off my lawn elves. So they've basically rocked up, and what buildings they had, like temples and special places and stuff, are just ruins and completely overgrown. And I imagine like humans or something are in a settlement, and they're not too pleased about it. So.
Scott's just sent me another picture. Very good, Scott. Comments are stacked up again. Tiff says, no comment on the other types of creams. Ha! Not that I know that, because I'm bloke too. I'm only joking. No, you're not. No, she's not. She's a she. She is a she. There we go. Adam says, it still blows my head that we are on an island have very different NHSs. Yes, we do. Yes. Which is actually lucky for the Welsh NHS, because I think it was last year or the year before, the NHS in England got hacked. And it ended up with a lot of records being leaked and stuff, medical records. Whereas the Welsh NHS wasn't affected because we're on a different system. So that was handy. Hobby Time says, hi, Tiffany. Duke says, good day, Hobby Time of following. John says, good day, all. Ghost says, hi, Duke. Come on, comment, change. There we go. Dennis says, I've been imaging kits I've built during the first 5 months of modeling. Still beginner mistakes in them, but that's all part of the learning. Taking photos helps show where the paint needs improvement. Absolutely, I totally agree with that. I do that quite a lot, actually. Take photos, then go, oh, damn it, I didn't see that bit. So, touch it up. So, yeah, it's good technique. A good little hack, I think. Dennis, if you want to share your photos, you're more than welcome to join the Discord, mate. We've got quite a few different channels on there. And one of them is called Creative Projects, where people can share pictures of their models and get feedback and discuss them and things like that. Ghost says, hi, twins. Jim says, hello, Mr. Marley. Duke says, Jim, there are a couple of confusing instructions. I had to undo a couple of things to get them into the right spot.
Yeah, I hear you, Duke.
Hobby Time says, Senecott bought to you when your government is full of it. Yeah. Jim says, Hobby Time. Adam says, Mikey, are you excited to see me, or is that the AS90 cannon in your pocket? Actually, speaking of which, Adam, what's this bloody parcel you're sending me this week? It's got me worried. all this flirtation.
It's when Mikey says, I'm happy there's an AS90 in my pocket, and then there's two bulges.
Yeah. I'm just happy that he's saying it's an AS90 and not a Sturm Tiger. long narrow barrel or a short fat barrel. Adam says, yeah, we missed that too, thankfully. Duke says, good day, John. Hobby Time says, hi, Duke. Adam says, it's a book thing. I'm just waiting for it to be back in stock. Ah, okay. Cool. Thank you, buddy. You are most kind. Moz says, oi, oi, all. Oi, oi, Moz. Ghost says, hi, Moz. How are you doing, Mozlar? We've got Moz's stream tonight as well. Tiff says, all right, Moz. Duke says, good day, Moz. Good day, Moz. Hobby Time says, hi, Moz. Ooh, we've now got 22 people watching. Ooh la la.
22. All right. 22. Moving up.
22 miscreants.
Go in front.
Ooh, I was saying to you before, Jim, when yesterday I was painting my 1/6 Vickers machine gun that I'm doing for Models for Heroes. Well, for the Vickers MG collection. And for some reason, before I started painting it, I thought, that would look really good on camera. And then I went, I've got a phone tripod somewhere. So then I ended up recording me spraying it. So who knows? You might get a video on that soon.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Who knows?
Here.
Moz says, hi, hobby time. And hi all. Hi all. Moz, I did like your video the other day. Top 10 most expensive kits.
Yeah, top 10. Yeah, I heard about the number one. Who the hell's going to pay that?
I know, there's some mad buggers around, isn't there?
Well, a few years back, before Airfix re-released the Bond Bug, there was somebody asking £600 for an original on eBay.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably paid it, and then they re-released it.
Yes. Yes, they re-released it, and Phil Flory made a comment at the time. He said, I wonder what that guy was asking £600 for his Bond Bug's going to do now.
Yeah. Seeing that, when I went on that tour of Penderyn Distillery, they were saying that they do, if there's a special event that's sort of linked to Wales, they'll do like a commemorative bottle of whiskey, but they'll only do like 500 bottles of it, and that's it. And they've shown us one, and to buy it when it was new was £50 a bottle, and that was in 2022. Now, 4 years later, it's worth £1,500.
What makes it so valuable now?
The fact that it's rare. So
yeah, it's just limited.
Yeah,
it's like my brother. He collected all the Game of Thrones whiskeys.
Yeah.
So I think it was a couple of brands, and basically they had like a Stark, a Greyjoy, Baratheon, all that. So yeah, he's got all the Game of Thrones ones, and then he's also got a bunch of Lord of the Rings ones as well.
Yeah, the guy that's doing the tour said that a few weeks before he'd been doing the tour with a group, and he lifted up that bottle of whiskey, and one of the fellas went, "Oh, I've just finished that the other night. What's it worth now?" And he went,
Nothing.
Yeah. He said he didn't have the heart to tell him that he just drank away £1,500 with the whiskey.
Yeah, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Make it die.
But I tried some of it, and it was nice, but it wasn't my favorite one of theirs.
All right, guys, I got to step away from this for a moment. I'm getting a wee bit of a headache.
All right, buddy.
I'm going to put a fresh pot of coffee on and go check up on the doggy. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problems. Moz says, sorry, just in and out today. It's all right. In and out like a fiddler's elbow. Ghost says, 5 dioramas on the bench. Needed one part for another one, so I go to grab it from the next room. Now I have 3 more dioramas to do because I glanced in one stupid box. I said to Kate yesterday, I want to start doing dioramas again. I miss doing dioramas. I used to have a lot of fun doing them. Problem is, I'm not really getting time to do much of stuff that I just find fun. Not that I'm not enjoying the stuff I'm doing. You know what I mean, don't you, Tim?
No.
Git.
I haven't enjoyed anything I've done since the 70s.
Including coming into existence, apparently. Yeah, that cell division was a pain in the ass. 9 months it took me. And then all I got was a bottle of milk.
Oh, I will say, got that fridge delivered the other day.
Oh, yeah. Is it Gucci, is it?
Oh, it's very nice. Like, double French doors, bloody plumbed water dispenser that does, like, whole ice or chipped ice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Gucci. And let me guess, it's bloody Wi-Fi enabled, isn't it?
I think it can be. I don't know why you would. It's not one of those ones that has like a bloody screen on it that you can do your shopping and all that. Yeah. It's not quite that, but yeah, no, it's a bloody nice fridge, and it'll remind me to drink more water because I don't like drinking just like
plain water.
Yeah, like room temp or whatever. Like if it's hot outside and I haven't used the tap in a while and I'm too lazy to wait for it to cool down. Yeah. So now I've got like, nice chilled water and can be like, yeah, I'll have chipped ice with my water, please, Jeeves. And does that.
So what you're saying is you are Waitrose Mark II.
Might as well be.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah. It's got like double the capacity of my last fridge too. So,
oh, good. You fit twice as many steaks in there.
Yeah. And I had good steaks for dinner too. Bloody reduced to clear. Bloody pack of porterhouse steaks for $13. It's awesome.
We were in Lidl yesterday shopping, and we stood by the steaks and everything. And this guy came over, opened the fridge, started looking at the front of this ribeye steak pack, and then went, The next minute, he started pulling every single one out of the fridge. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Is he buying all of them? So like £8 for one steak. And then next minute, he grabs two out the back and then puts them all back in. I was like, really? They've all got the same bloody date on them. You weirdo.
Yeah, I'll have a quick look at the steaks there and make sure I'm getting a good one, but I'm not going to dig through it.
Yeah. That's like, weird person. Adam says...
Sorry, sorry, mate. Yeah, no. I was just talking shit. You get...
Adam says, read you the Horus Heresy as you look for food.
Oh, boy.
When you open the door, does it have like a magical chime or something, or a chorus of angels?
This is audible. Galaxy in flames. Yeah.
Joe says, Mikey, I was thinking the same thing. Timmy turning into Mr. Evans. He is Mr. Evans.
Well, I've already got the same last name.
Yeah. Go says, after years of building things that had to be exact, doing dioramas is great fun for me. Tell the stories in my head and make things that you can't just build from a box. Exactly. I love doing them. And it gives you a chance to experiment with different ways of building things and stuff like that. It's like I used to use a lot of wood and things in my dioramas. Matthew says, in this day and age, where you just talk about something or think about something, and the next day you get bombarded by adverts for that very thing. Yeah, like when we were talking to Nick the other day about him being in the fire service, I think I'm sure it was after the stream, and he was telling me about his career as a firefighter. And the next day on my YouTube feed, all I kept getting was bloody, same on Instagram, is videos of bloody firefighters doing different stuff. Like, what the hell?
Like what? Swinging sledgehammers without shirts on? That's not because you were talking to Nick. It just knows what you were looking for.
Go off people, you know. You weirdo. I have no idea what these controls are or what colour they're meant to be, but stuff it. Adam says it's actually Nergy calling you insults. When you open the door, it goes, "Oi, fat bastard, no!" So you close the door again. Or when you open it, does it go, putting a few pounds on, are we?
That would be good. Like, just if you could sample a sound effect and just load it as like a MP3 file.
Yeah.
You know, from like the original Jurassic Park, just the
Yeah, that would be good. Mother-in-law was telling me about a new washing machine that she's got recently. I said, it's got Wi-Fi and everything. And I went, why the hell do you want Wi-Fi on a washing machine? And she went, well, it means that when I'm out, I can start the washing machine. And I went, oh, yeah, because that's not going to freak out the teenagers, is it? When they're in the house. Next, they're sat there in the kitchen, all of a sudden the bloody washing machine starts up. Ghost says, the books from the Black Library are good reads. I started from the Horus Heresy years ago. Great battles and lore. Never read them, to be honest.
They're so good. Like, yeah. When I'm just having a hobby session, I normally put on one of the Black Library books. But the Horus Heresy is fantastic.
Yeah. Never tried them.
It's what separates the men from the boys. So, with all these new people getting into the hobby as it gets more kind of mainstream and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, you don't even know who John Grammaticus is. Get out of my face.
Is this like the guy who goes up to into a club and then or a gig, sees someone wearing a band t-shirt and then challenges them on the top 5 songs or something?
Yeah. Dude, gatekeep your hobbies. You have to.
We absolutely do not support doing that. We think everyone should just relax and have fun. Don't we, Timothy?
I gatekeep my hobbies.
Before people get the wrong idea.
You can't really gatekeep scale modeling, can you?
Oh, you'd be surprised. There's people on Facebook that make people who are just starting in the hobby feel really unwelcome, and then they just give up the hobby.
Yeah. To be fair, the only people like I challenge and kind of go after are like people that are brand new, and they're like, yeah, this is my thing now, and then want to like completely change the culture of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you suck. Go back to the Shadow Realm, you bloody Nevron. Get out of it.
Join us next week for more reviews by Tim. Another episode of What Timmy Hates. GM says, before I put a camera in the fridge, the sheer number of women opening the doors and reading whose lunch was in there. Adam says, the main audio series for Horus is around 32 days now. Good God.
Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of books.
I stopped watching like Rule Britannia or listening to Rule Britannia stuff because it was just going on and on and on, and I never caught up with it.
Yeah, it's like, well, here's the thing with the Horus Heresy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first, 2 books I think, are like, or 3, maybe. Yeah, I think 3. I think it's Galaxy in Flames, Horus Rising, and Flight of the Eisenstein. I think that's the first 3. They're all pretty much back to back to back, but like the Horus Heresy is a like galaxy spanning conflict.
Yeah.
Where you've got like the Emperor, and then half the Primarchs are loyal, and then the other half have turned traitor. And then there's question marks over a couple, like, you know, the White Scars. No one really knew what was going on. Alpha Legion, they don't even know what's going on. Yeah, it's wild. So like the timeline kind of bounces around a bit.
Yeah.
Because so many things are happening like at the same time. Or
so in a way, it's kind of like Discworld to Terry Pratchett, where you have like 3 or 4 timelines that all merge together as you move through the book.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very big. And then like on top of that, you've got, you know, different different legions are having their own subplots and stuff, like the whole thing with like the Blood Angels being lured into a trap on a bloody demon world to try and get them to fall to chaos and all that. Like that's a whole thing. The whole what is it, Imperium Secundus? That's a whole arc with all that, everything happening with Vulcan. Yeah, it's a.
Do you find with the Peace Mallet books that they do the same thing as with the D&D books, where they charge like £50 for one book?
It depends. Like because I like kind of have time to listen to them. I do the audio books rather than the hardcover. So like the books that I actually read tend to be nonfiction. Yeah. But then I listen to my fiction while I'm hobbying and stuff like that. But it's not too bad. Like I have Audible, and I get credits on that like every month. So I don't think I've actually paid anything more than a membership.
Yeah.
And I've like got every book in my library just because, you know, I'll get a book on credit.
Yeah. Sounds like a sensible way of doing it.
Yeah, works for me.
Ghost says the rule books from the 90s were amazing. Completely different game now. A hardback book for each faction, plus a paperback for special squads, armor building, and so much more. Adam says, want to be really confused? It's not really 41,000. It might be 40,000. Might be 42,000, but no one knows in the lore. Adam says, so different parts of the galaxy think it could be well over 1,000 years difference from another. Bloody hell. Jem did see a Peace Mallet rule book. It was enormous in pages. It was one of many volumes. I didn't bother reading any of them. Adam says, my Horus book was £18. Yeah, there we go. Ghost says, Adam, in real life, they could be right. A year is different on every world. That's very true. In real life as well.
That's what Heisenberg said. He argued that with Einstein, the probability theory. That, you know, just because your rules of gravity and everything you're talking about apply here, how can you be so sure that they apply elsewhere in the universe?
Yeah. I mean, if we went to Mars, you know, we'd probably be like 2 or 3 times the weight we are on Earth, which for some of us is not a good thing. Probably bone snap and everything.
It's the core book from last edition.
Oh yeah. I see with the D&D books again, because obviously, well, I've got the core rule books and things, but I prefer it's just because the art I like really, and they just come in handy now and again.
Speaking of art,
yeah,
they're the dudes I'm doing.
Hey, there we go.
So yeah, it's green, and this was actually the one that inspired me to do my color scheme, because the official painted ones are white and green.
Yeah.
But this piece of art has more of a natural bone color, which I think goes much better with the green. So yeah, that's why.
This is actually making me want to get my Act on Cthulhu and D&D books out, so you can see the difference.
Yeah, like this stuff costs a lot, but you can't knock the quality. Like, and all the art in this is just insane.
There you go, Act on Cthulhu. So I sort of had to be careful what I open this up on, because this is about fighting cultist Germans of the 1930s and 40s.
Sounds like a movie. Sounds like a theater serial my dad used to go see during the war. Fighting the Germans, fighting the Japanese. Batman.
So what's cool with this one is they've actually created like 3D images, like as if it's a proper online game sort of thing, video game. Oh, you want to play as a British soldier.
Steelers, Tyranids.
Quite cool.
Yeah. So these are the dudes that I'm collecting. It's the yeah, they're all.
Ooh, lots of red.
Yeah, that's the what is it? Sam Hahn, Craft World.
Yeah.
So they're like all about quick attack and all that stuff. So they have lots of Wind Rider bikes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Up and left.
That's cool.
All right.
Adam says you can buy the first 3 books for about £20. Wow, cool. I do like looking at the artwork and stuff like that, and reading some of the stories.
Yeah. The first 3 books, like even if you don't get into the whole thing, the first 3 books are worth reading.
Yeah.
Just by themselves, like they're really good. Because the thing with like all the Black Library books is they're written like by nerds for nerds.
Yeah.
Like they're very good.
I'm just looking over at my bookshelf to see if my D&D book's in here or if it's in the living room. Because D&D books are quite similar to what you've just shown us, the artwork in them. I think it might be in the living room. Yeah, must be.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Adam says, oh, it's not that. It's more that records get destroyed in entire families, so no one literally knows what the date is. Jem says, FG, try crossing the international date line. A change of 24 hours really buggers up your mind. The question is why we lost a day then. Scream.
That it does. Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Oh, no, that's all right. I just spotted a book and I thought, oh, that's it. And I was like, oh, no, that's about the history of Wales.
Yeah.
Adam says, it's grim, dark people. You think they care about the physics? And Matthew says, dude, that's a dudette. Ghost says, Mikey, you only weigh 30% of your regular weight on Mars, less gravitational pull, and all that science stuff. Cool. I'm going to use that as my official weight then.
Right, because you're farther away from the sun.
I officially weigh 7 stone. Jem says, FG, until you return to Earth, then it really hits you. Yeah. Adam, Robo Girl Man woke up. Went, what day is it? And everyone looked at him and gave a different answer.
Okay, right.
Ghost says, pause, like the place in Alaska where you can wave at someone in another country tomorrow. Yeah. It's weird. When I was in the Falklands, I used to ring home. I had to sit there and try and work out what time it was back in the UK.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right, being on the other side of the equator.
Yeah. Got a little bit confusing. Adam says, first 3, then Siege of Terror are the main ones I'd say that work. Adam says, you can bin the rest since it's all lore, characters, and other stuff. Yeah, there we go. And Tish says, hello, Bob. Bob says, GM, international date line? Wasn't that invented so old gits from Birmingham can date Filipino girls? Dude. Oh, that's dark. Bob says, hi, Tiff, Spruce tracking sent with additional words inside. Best warn him, nominal 48-hour delivery. Yeah. Tiff says, already passed on the message, Bob. Yeah. Jim says, Bobby, it is to confuse tourists. There you go. Right, so I'm quite liking the look of this. Oh, for flaming Nora. Hands aren't working. There we go. Oh, I had my point through for the next diabetic eye screening on Friday. And it's supposed to be a week on Monday at 12 o'clock. I was like, oh no, Kay's got an appointment that day. She got her ECT. So I rang them up. I said, can you change it? And could you possibly move it closer? You know, instead of at the other side of the county. And they went, yeah, no problem. So they rebooked it for me. I was like, yeah. It's not a good idea to make someone drive to the other side of the county when there's appointments available closer, when you've just had drops in your eyes that make your eyes go massive. And they even have to say to you, please do not drive until your eyes return to normal. Because your vision will be blurry. Bob says, Gem, so not budget time travel, so we can all pretend to be Time Lords. Jim says, if they move the dateline east of New York, it would crash Wall Street. Doesn't seem to take much to do that these days. How are you getting on with that Strand Beast, Jim?
A wee confused.
Uh-oh.
Got to a certain point, I see what the instructions are telling me, but I'm not seeing it work out.
It's not marrying up with what you're seeing in front of you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm reading the instructions. Looks like I got everything right up to this point, which is step 6. But now I've got to join all these frames. Well, it's obvious I have to go back and assemble more of the same thing I just put together. So I've got, but assembling even the 2 that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what they're telling me, but I can't see how it's going to come together physically in my hands. So, okay. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day on this at this point, give my head a break, and
yeah.
I'll do something real easy like photo it. Woo, this is a bit of a brain twister for me. So
do something really easy, like try and find something Tim likes.
I'm sorry?
Do something really easy, like try to find something Tim actually likes.
I like lots of stuff.
Well, he likes Focke-Wulf 190s, Warhammer figures.
Yeah, like college football.
College football.
I so thought you were going to say something else after college then.
What, like college girls?
Yeah.
Go team, go.
I'm not sure his wife would agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise you talk about that in front of the missus, no.
She was a college girl at one point.
Bob says, "Oh look, a mind-blown Jim."
Yeah, it's a bit of a puzzler here, Bob. I congratulate you. This is something that's going to take a little time and a little more thought. So,
if Scott's still watching, he could. I'm sure he could come up with a picture of Jim with his mind blown.
All you got to do is put me in front of a door. Which way does the knob turn? I forget. Left, right,
push or pull.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I realize.
GM says, years ago we tried an experiment. 2 B747s, each carrying an atomic clock. Both flew opposite directions back to the start. 3 seconds difference on the clocks. Yeah. Yeah. Time is relative.
Aye.
Matthew says, Timmy likes. Oh God, this sounds so dodgy. Tim likes little dudes from a dying race of aliens. Oh.
It's pretty accurate. Look, in my defense, I didn't think I would be here. All right. I like putting crap on, people that like to play.
Go on.
Knife ears.
Yes. What the hell are you on about?
Knife ears, elves. Yeah, that's right. I've even got slurs for fantasy creatures. Yeah, no, yeah, no, they've always been, kind of sissy and squishy and stuff. But yeah, I just think they're neat. And I've painted so many Space Marines.
Yeah, sometimes you do need a break, don't you? It's good to switch it up. Speaking of switching up, our man Trev's back tomorrow.
Oh yeah, where's he been off to?
I can't remember. He did say, but it's gone out of my head. I have no idea what these parts were painted as. Bob says, time is relative and it goes relatively slow when visiting batty old aunts. Yeah, very true. Jim says, Timmy is deep. Adam, until you meet the Dracari, yeah, so neat. There we go. Oh, we've got 45 minutes left. Well done, people, for sticking with it. Should I say well done and thank you? I really appreciate it. I was watching an Instagram clip before, and it's sort of like a comedy group, and they're called the Horizontal Hill Climbers group. And what they do is they dress up in sort of Victorian sort of steampunk era outfits, and they're all tied together in line, and they're going along the street using the street furniture and things like that as if they're trying to climb along the street, and they act it all out, and it's quite funny. Like they'll be stood there all tied together, and they'll be like, right, we need to get over this road here, and they'll go, you ready? And they'll run, they'll get the one at the end, and so he'll run backwards and forwards, as if they're swinging him. And then next minute he'll go, whoa, and he'll run across the road and let's like grab onto the windowsill on the house at the other side. And things like that. It's quite funny. It's silly, but it's funny. Matthew says, beer run to France, I think. Adam says, see if Tim was an actual 40k character, it would be Tusker Demon Killer.
Oh, boy. He's a funny one. He's like this he's this orc boss, right? And orcs are like full on just English in 40k. They're like, oh, you lads, we're gonna go squash the Umies. But basically, like the warp, right, is like the hell dimension,
right?
Yeah, I've got to like kind of say this as simply as possible. So basically, no, because otherwise the lore gets stupid,
complicated.
Yeah. It's like, all right, so it all started way back with the old ones. No, yeah, and to basically get across the galaxy and stuff, you got to travel through the warp, right? So like you tear a hole in real space to travel through the immaterium. It's like a wormhole.
Yeah.
But whether you get to where you want is kind of, a game of chance.
Yeah.
Because there's demons and stuff in the warp. So you need things like called Geller fields to kind of protect from demonic incursion while you're there.
Mm-hmm.
And the orcs basically were fighting demons in the warp. And to cut a long story short, the orcs love to have a scrap.
Yeah.
And basically they enjoyed fighting demons so much that they just stayed in there and ended up in front of like Khorne, who's the god of murder and blood and all that. And he pretty much got a slight chuckle out of them. And so they get brought to life on his demon world like every day. And then they just scrap with demons, and then they all die and they all get brought to life, and they're just having a grand old time.
It's sort of like the story of Valhalla then, really, from Norse legends.
Yeah, kind of like the coming back alive part. Yeah. But the warp is a silly place. It's best not to go there.
I do find it interesting how a lot of these fantasy adventures and world stuff take a lot of inspiration from real sort of mythology and things.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You should see all the Space Marine chapters and stuff that are just straight up analogs. Like the White Scars are just Mongolians.
Yeah.
Stupid Mongolians. South Park reference. But Space Wolves are Vikings. Yeah. Ultramarines are kind of Greek or Roman, depending.
Yeah.
Dark Angels are like Arthurian knights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's lots of lots of things.
Yeah.
Even like the big war boss of the orcs is his name's Gazgul, Mag Uruk Thraka, which, you know, and this goes back to when G-Dub was like just kind of silly back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, like he's named after like Margaret Thatcher. So Margaret Thatcher, you know, Mag Uruk Thraka.
Yeah.
it's a silly place. Yeah, it's a fun blend of, you know, the modern stuff trying to be a little more serious, but you know, the roots being so silly.
Yeah. Jim says Duke and Joe are too quiet. I think they're asleep. Okay. So one of the games I really enjoy playing is Goblin Quest. It's just so daft. It's some of the stories that you end up creating because it's player-led story or player-generated story. So you start off with your goblins, and then you roll dice to figure out what your task's going to be. So that you'll come up with like a silly scenario and things like that. And then the DM goes, right, okay, so you get there, what do you do? And then you come up with whatever you want. It's like, okay, so you do that, so roll, and then the roll tells you whether you're successful or not. If you're successful, you sort of tell them like, you know, oh yeah, jumped up and just smashed him on the head and things like that. And then, but if you're unsuccessful, you got to tell them how you were unsuccessful, what happened. And it just ends up being like a really silly story. It's quite funny. Like, you know, he went to punch me in the face, but he tripped on a rock and cartwheeled and broke his face and things like that. And if you're quite good at imagining stuff, then it can get some quite funny images in your head. Bob says, Joe, possibly watching Jim with dread, realizes he's got to build a beast too. Joe said, trying to figure out how to tell the wife that her Mexican exploded burrito she baked Saturday was terrible. I'll just throw it in the trash and tell her I ate it all. That's the ticket. Oh, bless her. Jem, did they get a bag of rude letters then? Bob, yes, they did. Due to me being thick, I only included one bag. Don't know if Jim spilt it. Oh dear. Jim says Joe could offer it to the dog. Adam, don't forget Yarrick, who has a claw that works because orcs think it works. Yeah. See, that's the thing with Goblin Quest. It's like you're a clone, so you have different disabilities and things like that. And you know, when you come out the clone pit, you're told to pick up a family heirloom, and it could be just like something really random, like a stick that you think that the goblin thinks like casts spells or something. So they start waving it around, thinking it's going to do stuff, but it doesn't. Jem says Joe could offer it to the dog. Adam says, oh, why has it gone backwards? Stupid thing. Bob says, what's the dog done to Joe? Poor dog. Adam says, oh, the first Inquisitor. Sounds like something from Red Dwarf. The Inquisitor. Joe says, you're Cajun. Cook Cajun food. I'll cook the Mexican stuff. Pretty sure it tastes like haggis or whatever you people eat. We eat lots of different foods.
Yeah, Obi-Wan Sherlock Clouseau. Yep. That's a legit thing. And it's such a like self-insert. He basically kind of looks like a slightly thinner Jack Black with like a yin yang symbol on his chest. it's so of its time. It's like from the really, really early days.
I watched an interesting video, kind of. I found it interesting anyway, about the yin and yang symbol. And he's a Chinese guy, and he was talking about what it actually means. So let's start by asking what you think it actually refers to. Yin and yang, what it's for, what it represents.
Light
Tim?
and dark.
Okay. Jim?
I'll go with Tim. I'm not sure what it means.
So a lot of people think it's about good versus evil, night versus day, things like that. But he goes through the actual text, Chinese text, where it talks about it, and it's not what it actually is. It's about the flow from one to the other,
right?
And how it's continuous. Sense. And by if you fight it, then that's when you start having problems. So that's what it's actually about: the flow from day to night, and how night starts the minute the sun reaches its zenith. It doesn't start when it goes dark. It starts as soon as the sun starts going down. Well, so it's about the continuous flow of time. So yeah, I found that quite interesting. Joe says, Jem, I could get arrested for that. Animal cruelty. Duke says, sorry, Jem, I'm working on the tracks of my Sherman Firefly. The tracks are workable, but it takes forever.
Yeah, that's true. They do. A lot of work to do there.
Tiff says, it was a lot of fun to watch one you guys played on Discord. Not my thing, though. Yeah, it is fun. I want to play Sean Bean Quest at some point. Where you got to try and you have 5 Sean Beans and you have to try and get at least one of them to survive to the end of the game. Jem says, never tried eating haggis, have yet to catch one. Haggis is nice. I like haggis. Joe says, back for the last few minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes. Joe says, 16 days, Tim. Patriots versus Seahawks in Seattle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jim said, you got the 49ers and Rams opening up the season in Brisbane, is it?
Oh God, I have no idea.
Coming first.
Might be Melbourne.
I think it's going to be a Thursday night game. For you folks, probably Friday morning.
Yeah.
Jim says, was told you only kill haggis with golf balls on the course. Bob says, so yin and yang, not Oriental ping pong then? No. It's all about how you got to keep moving and not try and sort of fight against time and get stuck in the same place. Adam says, and that's why the Asians need to stop taking opium. Gotta love a stereotype, haven't you, Adam? Our Japanese friend. Jim says, think I need a gun? Oh dear. Bob says, Jem, surely your friend Ted could shoot one for you on the glorious 12th, of course. Right, let's find the outro. Which is on the videos, not pictures.
It is that time.
It is. It's gone quick, hasn't it?
Camera's up.
Yeah, especially when you rock up halfway through.
Oh, yeah, there is that.
Yeah, when you show up an hour late. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
100 lines.
With a short work day. Yeah, you got here at noon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, I need my haircut. Tried to go and get it cut on Friday, and when we got there, the barber's shut early. Oh, nice.
One for my American friends. The
coffee or die.
Yeah. So it's
everything's got to do with death, you know. Everything's
it's a
last stand. We'll make a stand on this hill.
No, it's the unite or die. It's the
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a good riff on it.
Like the license plate slogan of what state live free or die. Get which one that is. I don't know if it's Delaware, Rhode Island, one of those eastern seaboard states.
Like the Gadsden flag. No step on snack.
Right. That's 2 hours up. New Hampshire, live free or die, says Joe.
There we are. Thank you, Joe.
Cool.
New Hampshire.
Right. Thank you for joining us all today. It's been a lovely 2 hours, gone nice and quick. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching back or if you haven't already done so. I'll be back tomorrow with me, Jim, and Trevor to do the A7V from Men. World War I Tuesdays. Yes. So until then, it's Hulvara for now.